Welcome to Let's Go to the Movies Movie Talk. I'm Mark Laser One, and want to welcome you into a brand new year to 2018. But we're going to take a little trip back as we're going to be doing the best movies of 2017. The top 10 best movies of 2017. So let us get started here. Well, there we are. All right. So one thing about the movies, I go specifically by what I like and what I feel like was the better movies. I don't get into what Rotten Tomatoes say and all these other peoples. So, and if you don't agree with my list, hey, say so in the comments. All right, but keep it clean, man. Keep it clean. Keep it clean. All right. Also, I want you to know I ain't watch every movie that came out in 2017. I only try to watch the movies that I am interested in, that I think I might like, but then again I may not. Or for some reason there's an interest in there for some reason, whatever. And then there's also, when you live around other people, and they tend to like to want to watch movies that you may not be interested in. But you're in a group and you watch the movie and you might find a gem, a diamond in the rough, as they call it. All right. And we do have one of those movies too. All right. Let's start off with the honorable mentions. Top 3 honorable mentions movies. And at number 3, wow. At number 3, we have a movie that I just saw a couple of weeks ago. So I already had this list made out until I saw this movie. And this movie made it into the top 3 honorable mentions. I think it was like an accident that turned out to be a pretty good movie. Because how you have movies where you have the big blockbuster movie, the first movie, and then you have a sequel that is low budget B movie that comes out on DVD or something, or and this was one of those type of movies, and actually the B movie turned out to be better than the blockbuster. But it's called Beyond Skyline. It's the sequel to the Skyline movie that was about a alien invasion. And in the first movie, I didn't really too much care about the characters. I was just watching the movie, it was just on. But this movie, you kind of care about the characters because there's a little bit more to the characters in this movie. You care about the characters because they're not just trying to survive. They're trying to figure out what's going on and how they can stop it and so on and so forth. So it wasn't just about, just getting out of Dodge like in the first movie. But they did a good job of answering questions and, tightening up what they started. And I'm looking at these actors and actresses on the list here, and I'm gonna have a hard time trying to say some of these names, but no familiar faces except for Antonio Fargas. Who wouldn't love a movie with Huggy Bear in it? And he did a great job in the movie too. So I enjoyed it. I wouldn't even known that the movie was out if it wasn't for Fire Stick. All right, the second most the honorable mention is Lego Batman movie. I don't care. I love that movie. I had it on my top list, but I just couldn't keep it on there because there was so many other movies that I enjoyed a lot more, or a little bit more. There was let me see what. But the movie was it was fun, man. I took my son, I took my nephew, and we enjoyed it. And what I really liked about it a lot is the fact that the people that actually did this movie really did their Batman homework. I mean, they brought up some stuff I never thought that I would ever see in a movie, even in a Batman movie. As many villains we done seen, I didn't really think that they was gonna dig that deep and pull up some of the ones that they actually pulled up. So hats off to those guys that did this film. That was a heck of a job. And like I said, I enjoy spending my money on this one. All right. And the number one honorable mention. Boy, we're going to be surprised on this one. It is Chips. Yeah, Chips. The movie. The movie that, according to Rotten Tomatoes, is really, really bad. But you know what? I really, really enjoyed that movie watching it. I wasn't gonna watch it at first. I was upset about the fact that, because I used to watch Chips back when it was a TV show when I was younger, and it was not a comedy. Okay, it had funny moments, but it wasn't a comedy. And when I found out it was a full blown comedy, I was kind of like, I didn't even want to watch it. But I had one of them days where I wasn't doing anything else, and it was on. I was able to see it without actually having to go to see it. So I just sat and watched it, and it let you know from the beginning we just going all out with the comedy. And I just enjoyed it. It was funny. It was funny to me. I enjoyed it. It's not what you would call a Oscar winner movie. It ain't gonna win an Oscar. It's nothing like that. The plot is very, very simple. I mean, it's like it was just all about just in your face with the funny stuff, and I liked it. I'm sorry. Hey, Rotten Tomatoes, whatever. Who cares? I liked it. All right. So that's the honorable mentions. I want to start the top 10 movies of 2017. And here we go, and let's get this started. And we're going to start off with at number 10 we have Logan. Logan was a good movie, a well done movie, a well done what you would call that, into a trilogy. But I feel like, personally, I feel like this movie is getting a little bit more love than it should. Because I liked the movie, I enjoyed the movie, but it wasn't the best movie. It's not the best superhero movie I've ever seen. And like I said, Hugh Jackman, they did a great job in the movie. And, it was a good movie. Let me see. young girl in that movie, the X, what they call it, X20 something something. She's a pretty good actress, and hey, you will be seeing her down the road. She got some acting skills. So and you know, hey, Patrick Stewart always wins. So but like I said, to me, this is not the best Wolverine movie. I like the Wolverine better, except for the Silver Samurai, and to me, that's the only issue with that movie I got with that one. But hey, still, it was a good movie. I enjoyed it. Top 10. It made the list. So let's move on. At number 9, we have a movie that a lot of people just hate, but I don't care because I enjoyed it. My son enjoyed it. We enjoyed it. And like I said, once again, Rotten Tomatoes don't make decisions for me when it comes to whether or not I like a movie. So we are looking at The Mummy. And yeah, that one. Yeah, that Mummy. And I liked it. I liked it. I thought the action was pretty cool. Tom Cruise, you know, it's pretty cool. There was a little funny stuff in there, you know, a little, you know, a couple of, as y'all call it, jokes, you know, but it was going somewhere. Unlike, see, that's the problem that I have with Logan. Logan feel like it's going somewhere, but it's not really going anywhere. You know, it's like you waiting and then you're like, But The Mummy felt like it was going somewhere, and it actually went somewhere. It may not went to where a lot of people like, but it went somewhere. You know, it had something to it, and I think it would have been good to see the rest of what they was planning on doing with this dark universe. But thanks to the haters on the net, that, you know, another universe, we say, dead on arrival. But like I said, I enjoyed the movie. I thought Tom Cruise did a good job, a great job, really. The one and my girl, oh man, Sophia. Woo. Moving on, Russell Crowe once again, you know, another great performance. My problem with this movie is the romance between Tom Cruise character and the other girl. What's her name? Jenny, I think. I know that they needed it to be part of the story, to you know, have a starting point and a map and everything, but really, they could have found something else. That romance didn't really work for me. But hey, overall, number 9. Let's move on to number 8. Number 8, and you figure that this movie will probably be higher, but number 8, we have Kong Skull Island. And I'm gonna tell you what, I've said this to my son a lot. There's only so much you can do with a giant gorilla on the island. I'm sorry, man. There's not really too much of story that you can really come up with that would be interesting for a 2-hour movie. But they did a great job with what they had, what they, you know, had to work with. They gave they gave Samuel Jackson a little bit of you know, let him be him just a little bit. And I like the story. It was a good story. like I said, is hard to come up with a whole lot of different unique things in this day and age about a giant gorilla on the island. But they was able to tighten up some things for oh, okay. They was able to tighten up some things for the King Kong Godzilla battle. And like I said, man, that final battle, I'm telling you, this movie I enjoy better than the Godzilla movie. And I'm more of a Godzilla guy anyway, but I mean, you know, when you go see the monster movie, you want to see the monster, and we didn't get that in Godzilla. We got that in King Kong. Now, a latecomer. Didn't see this movie until late in the year, but it turned out to be a very good movie. I had to watch it twice because the first time I tried to watch it, my brother was giving me a hard time about it. He sit up here asking me questions about a movie, you know, about a movie I hadn't even seen yet, and he wouldn't let me focus on watching it. And then he started asking questions for a person who actually saw the movie. And that person was sitting there telling us about the movie. So I kind of tuned out so I can watch it for myself. So when I finally got a chance to sit down and watch it, I enjoyed it. It's called Bright, starring Will Smith. And directed by David Ayers. And hey, like I said, once again, I ain't down with what Rotten Tomatoes is saying about it. I enjoyed the movie. I think a lot of critics didn't quite get where they was going with this movie and what they was looking at, what they was trying to accomplish. So you know, and then like I said, everything ain't for everybody. I enjoyed it. And I think Will Smith did a great job in the movie. And I think David Ayers is proving to me that he makes movies I want to see, you know. And can't wait to see some other of his projects down the way. I'm pretty sure they're going to be very good. So, yeah, we got, why does this person look familiar? So we got that at number 7, Bright. So if you hadn't seen it, you need to check it out. Okay, let's move on to number 6. Number 6 is a movie in a genre. I always have a hard time saying it. That I personally am not a fan of as much as other people are. But every now and then they have something that spark my interest and I really like. And this is one that I really like. It's called Birth of the Dragon. This is it's a movie about Bruce Lee without being all about Bruce Lee. I mean, it's more to it than just. I mean, the title suggests it's about the birth of Bruce Lee becoming the dragon, as you know, as we refer to him as. But like I said, it's more to it than that. It wasn't just about Bruce Lee in this movie. It was also about the monk that was in this movie. And I'm gonna tell you what, I really didn't really think that I was gonna like watching this movie. And the guy that plays as Bruce Lee, man, he got Bruce Lee down. He got Bruce down, man. And named Philip. Oh no, I'll leave it at that. Philip. But he got Bruce Lee down, man. I mean, he got him down. And my son was really wanting to see this movie, and I said, okay, we'll see this movie. But I actually really enjoyed it. That's why I got it at number 6. So I mean, it's some funny parts in it, you know, and a lot of entertaining parts to it. I think you would enjoy it. I know I did. So, you know, if you hadn't seen it, you might want to put that on your to-do list. Birth of the Dragon. Number 5, another movie that I found a lot of entertainment in, that I enjoyed, that got a lot of hate. It got a lot of hate, and that is a Barely Fresh. So we agree a little bit with Rotten Tomatoes. Barely Fresh Alien Covenant. Okay. I like the movie. Enough said. I like the story. I like the way that it went. I like the fact that, you know, that they gave us something that a lot of people wasn't really expecting. That the xenomorph was created by an android that was created by a man. So, talking about some irony right there. I mean, if that man had treated that android better, maybe the android would have never made may not have modified the xenomorph and try to kill out everybody. But that's one thing I like about that movie. That irony right there. I really enjoy that. That one of the most vicious creatures in the planet, in the universe, was created by man, and that's mostly who it kills is man. That tell you to leave stuff alone sometime. But the movie itself, the character Daniels, she's one of those type characters that in a movie that if you listen to her from the beginning, that's pretty much the end of the movie, because all the BS is not gonna happen. Because she said, "Don't go to that planet," and like we do, we went to, they went to the planet, and I said, why don't they never listen to the smart ones? I guess because because I guess they figured in real life when nobody listened to her until it was too late. So why not in the movies, right? Anyway, it was a fun movie. It after a while, when you watch a lot of movies, and this is why a lot of people don't understand, when you watch a lot of movies, eventually it's going to get to the point where they really can't, there's not too much that they can do that you don't see coming, because you don't seen it all or seen a lot. So it's like I told my son, I said, you know why he's cutting his hair, right? You know why David's cutting his hair? He's like, no, don't tell me. I know, but don't tell me. Stuff like that. So it's a movie that if you was to sit back and armchair quarterback a lot of the bad things, a lot of the deaths, a lot of the different things that actually happened in this movie, you could have said, hey man, you just told this guy that, you don't seen the devil before, but yet you're going to go on a little stroll with him. You're going to put your face looking down into something that he, told you to look into. Come on, man. I mean, you should have shot David from the beginning. As soon as you shot that one thing, he was that one alien. You should have shot David too. But no. And then you gonna go down into his den? Oh, come on, man. Stuff like that. Stuff like that that people nitpick on. There's a lot of that in this movie, but it was still executed to where it was entertaining to me. So I enjoyed it. So that's why I got Alien Covenant at number 5. So we're moving on to the next movie, which is, I guess you can call it a dark horse. Kind of like came out of nowhere. I forgot about it a couple of times until it actually came out. And, you know, when we first saw the trailer, we already knew we was going to go see that. That was a done deal. There was no way we wasn't going to go see this movie. Even though, once again, Rotten Tomatoes, but we enjoyed it. And that is Valerian and the City of a Thousand Planets. And like I said, we enjoyed it. And hey, Rotten Tomatoes don't pay my way into the movies, so I decide what movies I like. So anyway, we went to see this movie, and I wasn't really expecting much, but at the end of this movie, I was not upset that I spent my money on it. It was, we got to see a lot of things they've never seen before in a movie, a lot of action. And then, like I said, you could telegraph a few things. I mean, we all knew at the beginning that them robots, man, they didn't just throw them mugs in there for nothing. They're going to be a big shakedown at the end, you know. But love the way it starts with the different peoples and the different races and the different aliens and everybody, you know, they coming together and they meeting for the first time and shaking hands and everything and meeting in peace instead of altercations. What, like in some science fiction, you know, you meet a particular race is always like they had some kind of altercation before they became, you know, allies, you know. So stuff like, you know, it was some different stuff. I like the part at the beginning when they was in that what, a million stores, when you was in 2 different dimensions. I mean, that was cool. That was cool. So Valerian is a surprisingly good movie. Some people complain about Rihanna not being in it that long, but really, Rihanna was a character that if she had been at the final part of the movie, she would have made things so much easier for her character would have made things so much easier for Valerian and his partner, to where it wouldn't have been as dramatic, because, you know, you say, oh well, they can just use her to do this and they can just use her to do that and so on and so forth, because she can shift and change and do all that other stuff. So what they use her for, I think was good enough for the movie. I think that there was no, I mean, maybe they shouldn't have killed her and just say, well, she went on about her business or whatever. But to have her at the end of the movie and through the rest of the movie, it would have been too, it would have turned both the main characters in the movies into Mary Sue's, because they would have had the ultimate omni weapon, you know. And hey, the chemistry between these two, what is how you say that? Dane, and Miss Delavigne, the Enchantress. Shoot, they had some good chemistry, and I felt like it was well written, and I would like to see more from this franchise. I'm pretty sure we're not. If we do, I don't think it really did too good here. Maybe they didn't do a good job in marketing, because, you know, you got to really market well in the States. But that's number 4, Valerian and the City of 1,000 Planets. And now we're getting into the top movies of the year. In which we have one of my favorite movies of the year. And I do agree with Rotten Tomatoes on this one. We have Wonder Woman. And man, do we have a awesome movie. Wonder Woman. Woo! Boy. Man, well, me and my son went to see this movie about 4 times, man. Yeah, we did. I took my sister. I mean, we enjoyed this movie. We sitting up in the movie, right? And me and my son already saw it, but we watching it again, and it got a little, got a little bit, to the point where my sister leaned over. She said, I'm ready for some action now. And when she said that when Wonder Woman just stepped, she just stepped into no man's land. I said, you about to get it. And so, man, we really enjoyed that movie. Gal Gadot is a great actress, and she proved it. Chris Pine is a great actor, and he continued to prove it. And this was a great movie. The villain was tight, as they say back in the day. He's tight. That means good. He's tight. The villain's tight. And I'm not even talking about Ares. I'm talking about Ludendorff. Ludendorff was a bad. Ludendorff wasn't playing, man. That boy, he had everybody think he was Ares, and he was rough, man. Ludendorff, that mug boy, whoo. And then Lady Poison, she was rough too, and they had some real chemistry between the two villains. But then you get into Ares, he was just bad, man. That mug was just woo. Man, you don't want to meet up with him late at night, walking through an alley. He don't like people. He don't like people. He be like, man, that's a no. Wonder Woman, where you at? Woo, Ares, boy. Shoot, man, I'm tell you what, that movie was awesome, man. And I know all people like all the mushy stuff, as they call it, all the love and all the other stuff they put in there. And I said, man, it's supposed to be in there. That's Wonder Woman. That's her character, man. Did you not watch Linda Carter? I said that's her character, But it sort of gives you an idea. It sort of gives you an idea why she the way she was in BBS, because she don't had enough of some of the BS that she done seen since coming off the island. And you got another man trying to tell her what the gods did back in the day, and she know it's not true. So yeah, she gonna roll her eyes when people talk about stuff like that, because dealing with people after a while, we start to man start to rub off on you. But man, I'm gonna tell you, man, that's a good movie, man. It's a lot of fun. I recommend it for everybody, but with the exception of the fact that I said, look, because we had to tell our young boys, like, look, you can't be Wonder Woman. I'm sorry, dude. You cannot be Wonder Woman. You can't dress like Wonder Woman. You can't act like Wonder Woman. We got plenty of, Batman, Iron Mans, and Supermans that you can be, but you can't be one. That's for her. Okay? We've been telling her for years she can't be Superman and she can't be Batman, she can be Wonder Woman. So, let's get it right, man. Don't have your little boys running around talking about I'm Wonder Woman. No, you're not. And they'll be like, oh, come on, man, don't be like that. I'm gonna be like that. Anyway, getting back to it, number 2, and this is one of those diamonds in the rough right here, because I wasn't even thinking about watching this movie, but the family wanted to see it, and I wound up watching it, and you know what? Loved it. I had to go watch it again. It's called The Hitman's Bodyguard. Man, I'm gonna tell you what. Disney, I'm talking to you. Okay? You've been messing with my boy Samuel Jackson for quite a while now. You had him for Star Wars for 3 movies, and you got him for Nick Fury. Mace Windu is supposed to be a bad mother, and from what I'm told, Nick Fury is supposed to be a bad mother. And both those guys, both those characters, stinks. They suck. You know why? Because you won't let Samuel Jackson be Samuel Jackson. Okay? This is a prime example of what you get when you let Samuel Jackson do Samuel Jackson. And when he's allowed to do himself in a movie, you got a badass movie. And yes, I say badass. And I try not to say that because I hate that term. But that's what you got. When Samuel Jackson can let loose and do his thing, and how he say back in the day, he'll put his thing down. When he can let loose and do Samuel Jackson, you got a movie that people gonna love and people gonna watch and people gonna go see. And you tell, like I said, Rotten Tomatoes, there they go. You can throw that out the window. This movie was awesome. And the chemistry between him and the Green Lantern was awesome. Ryan Reynolds. That movie, man, kept you on the edge of your seat the entire time. Man, the comedy that's in it, the action. I mean, that movie is just awesome. And Samuel Jackson, when you let him go, you got your movie. Could you imagine what Mace Windu would have been if Samuel Jackson wasn't tied down by Disney? Man, Samuel Jackson walking to that council. All right, it ends tonight, man. He was walking to the Avengers, man. He said, Thor, Hulk, you two mother need to stop this damn. I've had enough of you. Woo, man, I'm telling you, boy, them movies would be a whole lot more entertaining if Samuel Jackson could be the man. If he could be the man, if he can just do what he do, and he do it naturally, I think that's really him, to be honest. I think it's really him. But, cause Mace Windu, man, he look like, he just look like a caged lion, like he want to just cut loose, but he can't. It's like he just sitting there, like, man, I want to tell this little green. He want to say something to Yoda, man. He said, I just want to tell this little green something. And he just can't do it, man. Can't do it. Disney won't let him. Disney said, no, got to keep it clean. Got to keep it clean. No MLs out here. No MLs. Anyway, let me tell you, I enjoyed that movie. That was fun. Hitman's Bodyguard. And now getting to number one, the movie of 2017, which is for some reason became one of the most hated movies, depending on who you're talking to, because it's the critics. Because a lot of people who watched it would say, "Well, it's not really good, but I enjoyed it." It's not good, but I liked it. So I thought it was good. Could have been better. Of course, every movie can be better. But hey, I'm putting my vote number one movie of the year. That's right, the Justice League. And you know what? Don't care about the critics. I love this movie from start to finish. I said, even Smiling Superman, I said, well, it's time to go back to the basics. But I sure was liking that dark version of Superman, that neck snapping. I was enjoying that. Superman that don't mind using that heat vision. He says, man, sometime back in the day, I be watching Superman movie. I said, don't this mother remember he got heat vision? Henry Cavill, he'll let you know, hey, I got heat vision. See? I said, Christopher Reeve, and I love those movies too, but there was time when I would say, man, please, use a power. Anyway, I'm going to tell you, these actors and actresses, man, I'm going to tell you, Zack Snyder picked these guys, and I'm telling you, he did a heck of a job. These are some great actors and actresses, and I'm enjoying the DCEU. I enjoy Justice League. For me, Justice League was worth the wait, and I can't wait till Justice League 2. But for now, the king of the hill, the king of the mountain is Justice League 2017, belongs to Justice League. And I'm sorry if you don't agree with me. I'm sorry, but hey, I saw a lot of movies last year, and I'm not gonna put movies on there just to go with the crowd and be popular. I'm gonna put down what I enjoy, and that's what I enjoy. I want to see that movie 5 times, and I might need to sneak and get 6 and 7 in before it leaves the theaters. So, hey, Justice League, my number one pick for the best movie of 2017. But I do, however, want to recommend a couple of more movies that were good movies that I enjoy, but I ran out of room on the list. So, check them out if you hadn't seen them. Despicable Me 3, a lot of fun, great movie. Radius. Radius. That movie, never heard of it before. Saw it on Fire Stick. It's a good movie. You need to check it out. It's about this guy that, let me just give you a little brief. It's about this guy. He had this little accident and some weird thing happened to him. And and anybody step within his radius, as they say, within his little zone, they just drop dead. I mean, just drop dead. Not even I feel faint. No, it just like that. This girl had an accident also. An incident happened to her, and she's kind of like the buffer. If she's in that zone at the same time with, close to him, then people won't die when they come close to him. But if she gets too far away from him, then they'll die. So, and it got a great twist to it. Check it out. It's called Radius. It's a good movie. Very good movie. It's a low budget movie, but it's a winner. And then, hey man, I'm gonna say it. Atomic Blonde. If you hadn't seen the movie, see the movie. Atomic Blonde. I'm gonna tell you what. This movie right here should have been the Black Widow movie. Put it to you like that. If you died for a Black Widow movie, they just did it. It's called Atomic Blonde. And the MCU should have stole that script and used that. It said, here you go, a low budget Black Widow movie, but well, it's kind of like a middle of the road budget, but a lot of action, a lot of suspense, good movie. I enjoyed it. John Goodman, always a win. So those are some recommendations that didn't quite make the list, but I still enjoy it. So I hope you enjoyed this take on the best movies of the last year. And I hope you join me for the episode of the worst movies, or at least I thought was the worst movies, or the most disappointing movies of last year. So hey, if you agree with my list or you don't agree, let me know. Say something on the comment. Put down your top so many on the list. I said, hey, I'll read it. So other than that, well, we'll see you next time. Take care.